Hello, hello, everyone. This is Tammy Johnson with Azandia Chapman. She has a middle name there, but nevertheless, she has joined us tonight as we're highlighting our community businesses, and her business is called Rosy Rocs. Uh, we met a year ago or so at another community event in Gum Springs, and she has also assisted us at our Cindy Dennis Ministries Christmas party. So just wanted to highlight her phenomenal experience I have had with her, and just appreciate what she's doing out there in those community streets. So without further ado, we will bring Azandia Chapman to the forefront, and she will tell you about her business, Rosy Rocks. You have the floor.
Thank you so much, Tammy, and also to Cindy Dennis and Cindy Dennis Ministries. It was a pleasure being a Rosy Rock vendor at the Christmas party uh, late last year, I should say. And again, my name is Azanda Zania Chapman, and I'm the owner and CEO of Rosy Rocks. Rosy Rocks really was God sent, is the best way that I can put it. I would say back in August 24th, 2021, I took a nap in the afternoon after work, and I woke up and I said, "Really, God, you want me to make jewelry?" I had a dream about hearing people talk about how to marry jewelry with cosmetics and perfume. And when I woke up, I said, well, I never thought of having a product business that consisted of me making jewelry, but if the Lord says so, who am I to say no?
Total agreement.
Yeah, so I went online and immediately, I guess my good angels started showing me a bunch of different sites where there were materials for making jewelry. And I was mentally designing in my mind from what I could see online. And I ordered a prototype and made a few pieces. And I said, this looks really pretty. Maybe someone else might think it's beautiful.
Mm.
And so the Lord sent me confirmation about, because He will send you confirmation. He sent me confirmation about, I wouldn't even say it was about 2 weeks later, maybe 3 weeks later. I was at work, and a woman and her husband, a woman named Nikki, uh, and her husband traveled all the way from Kentucky to Virginia to install cameras where I was working at the time.
Mhm.
And she happened to see me wearing some of the jewelry that I had made for myself, just modeling my own jewelry.
Wow.
And she said, "Oh wow, that looks really pretty. I would love to get some jewelry from you." I told her I made jewelry, and she said, "I'm looking for Christmas gifts for my friends back in Kentucky."
Mm.
And Nikki became my first customer that night after they installed the cameras at work. Um, she stopped by my home and purchased about $100 worth of jewelry,
Okay.
which I didn't have priced right at the time, but it was just confirmation from God to say, this is something that I'm putting into your hand, not only for it to be a therapeutic recreational activity for you,
Mhm.
but to also bring to market as a means of provision for yourself.
Mhm.
And fast forward 5 years later,
Mhm.
God is so good. I've been selling Rosy Rocks at local arts and crafts and church festivals and fairs,
Mhm.
any venue basically that welcomes jewelry vendors or just vendors that are bringing good products to market. And just last year, I launched the rosyrocks.com website so that people could purchase my jewelry online. Uh,
Wow.
and I'm just going to keep going with it. I'm going to start advertising next year via Google Ads and promoting and trying to do more on social media with a digital marketing service, a firm to
Mm.
handle those for me. But it's just been a tremendous blessing. It's like a baby, but only it feeds me,
Mhm.
my business, instead of me feeding it.
Right, right.
And it's just been a blessing to not
Okay.
only me, but to others as
Yes,
well.
that's wonderful, wonderful. Is this your first business?
It is not actually, how can I say this? It's my first business idea was called Knowledge Nursery.
Mm-hmm.
And it was right before COVID hit in 2019. I think I had come up with Knowledge Nursery around 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was looking, what it was I was trying to start a child development center that really was supposed to be a way for children to have creative play dates while their parents were able to have some respite care and free time to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept looking for the right venue to meet the requirements of a CDC, a Child Development Center.
Mm-hmm.
And thank the Lord, I couldn't find one nor afford one for a physical location
Mm-hmm.
because COVID hit in 2020 and closed everything down.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lord was purposely preventing me from doing that business. That was my first brand and the first business that I incorporated and tried to do. But what I learned from that experience was that it was good for me to learn that I knew how to brand. So I got to create my logo, my business name, and brand, and actually think through an idea, do a little training to see if it was feasible for me to do a child development center, a CDC.
Mm-hmm.
But my first business that really took off the ground uh, was Rosy Resume. Because how many of you know that sometimes God will have you to pivot and not give up on your dream, but to just have you do it a different way, right?
Right.
And so I said, Tammy, I said, if I couldn't do a business as a brick and mortar,
Mm-hmm.
that I would do it as a online e-commerce business by
Okay.
having a website that would be able to showcase my services and collect payments. And it was right around the time, it was still in 2021. It was my first business that I started on MLK Jr. Day, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day,
Mm-hmm.
January 18th, 2021. It's called Rosy Resume.
Okay.
And I came up with, well, I don't think I came up with it. I think it was just something that God navigated me to realize that I could do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a friend and a neighbor of mine had lost her job during 2020 and 2021 when COVID was really rampant. And I said, well, I'll update your resume for you. So I updated her resume. She said, this looks really good. And I was just joking with her. I said, yeah, and I should charge you for it. And we just busted out laughing. Ha 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 ha. And the next day, when I went to work and I sat down at the front desk, I said to myself, I heard a voice, an angel, or just something from on high saying, why don't you charge for it? You know, you've been helping people for 20 something years since you worked at your college career center as
Mm.
a work study, writing people's resumes, critiquing their cover letters, and editing and helping them prepare with interviews. You know, why don't you charge for these
Wow.
services?
Wow.
And she ended up getting a job where I worked, and she worked there for a year and then went on and got a job in security and
Wow.
worked at the airport for 3 years.
I know.
Yeah, and now she's back on a military base working. So she's been working ever since.
Wow.
And it was just a blessing. It was just I'm not sure that I would have Rosie resume if she hadn't lost her job.
Right. Mm.
Honestly.
Mm.
Um, And so I always look out for her, when I see her in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
like a sister,
Yeah.
my, sisters in the spirit, right?
Okay. That's, that's
And
awesome story.
yeah. So, from Rosy resume, people say, well, how did you come up with the name Rosy?
Mm,
I needed something catchy that would um, go well with the R sound of resume. And
okay.
I wanted it to mean something happy. I wanted to be professionally happy. It was at a time in my career when I wasn't professionally happy as a government contractor previously.
Mhm,
And I just wanted to be happy and just do something really well that I knew I could do.
mhm,
And the only word that I could think of that began with a R and that
mhm.
meant happy or successful and promising and hopeful was Rosy,
Wow.
Rosy.
Wow.
And and so that became the name Rosy Resume. And I created the website on Wix. And I don't think I got my first client until maybe like a year and a half later.
Okay.
After my neighbor, I think I got a client maybe like June 2022 because I wasn't advertising.
Right, right.
But the longer you stay online, the better your search engine optimization gets.
Mhm,
And people just start to find you, right? When they're doing a Google search. And she was a wonderful person. I actually met her by doing a Rosy Rock event with their church group in Maryland.
okay.
And she ended up referring three other people to me by word of mouth.
Mm,
But my nephew was really my beta boy tester for my process. And with the help and the grace of God, I was able to get him into his career job, his dream job right after college by, doing Rosy Resume. And so it's
wow.
just been a journey ever since.
Yeah, that's
And I'm
awesome.
grateful for both Rosy Resume and Rosy Rock.
Okay, so they're both active.
Yes, they are both active. I'm actually next month I'm going to start doing Google ads to advertise online with my digital marketing firm that I found last month.
Mhm,
I'm just going to start advertising Rosy Resume because what's happening to me is God is trying to transition me to do my businesses full time instead of only part time.
right, right,
Um, when I first started this, I guess you could say I thought it was just supposed to be a side hustle
right,
um,
right,
that that I did in addition to working a job.
right.
But I was telling a friend that something happens to you when God gives you a way of doing something that only you know how to do best. And
Mhm,
when it works for other people, the person gets the job or, they interview well and or they get the salary that they want or they love the jewelry, that's really what you're supposed to be doing full time. And when you are a business owner, it becomes very difficult to work for someone else when you know how to make profit on your own
mhm,
from the knowledge that God has given you. And so I'm
yeah,
just going to advertise and hope for more business with writing resumes. I really want to help people get jobs
mhm,
uh, because this economy and this war isn't helping anyone right now.
mhm,
So I just want to help people hang on to their livelihoods.
mhm, mhm. Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that because again, when God is the CEO, it's like, yeah, it could end up anywhere. But
Yeah,
he goes a step by step. And of course, he always say your gift will make a way for you.
yeah.
At
Thank
one,
you.
yes, at one point in my life, he gave me the gift of braiding, and I know it was him because I did not do hair. So Well, see,
Really?
in Charlotte, when I was living there, he gave me that gift. So it's a thing. It's a thing. And he builds. He's a builder. So
Yeah.
let him continue to build through you. Like again, we were excited to, at least I was when I met you in the community. Definitely impressed with the jewelry that you do have, and and definitely when I saw the handmade part of it, you know, I was like, wow, that's gifted. Uh, so tell me more about your name. Is it pronounce it again, Azandia?
Zonda Zania Chapman.
Yes.
Um, my dad named all his children, and he definitely came up in that Black Panther era. And so all of us have Afrocentric or African names with unique meanings,
Okay.
or Cherokee Indian names, because we also have Native American in our lineage, in our family history. And all of our names have meanings that are very indicative of our personalities.
Okay. So that's a wonderful thing for him to have sight
So
to.
I was told that Azandazania means Friday flower in
Okay.
Swahili. I'm not sure. I hear different things from people who are African who know Swahili.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm going with that because I was born on a Friday, and I have a sister whose name is Maya Naweza, and it means Black Princess.
Okay.
And she definitely has always carried herself as a princess.
Yes. Again, our parents have sight to see, when they're in that moment of naming us. So a beautiful name, and definitely, and as you're finding your way in the elevated side of being a business owner now of two businesses, we just wanted to bring you forth, and of course, being a woman of God as well, and just encourage you, to continue to go forth, continue to let God use you in that mighty way. Because
Oh, thank you. I
yeah,
appreciate it
oh,
so
you're
much.
welcome. You're welcome. Entrepreneurship is uh, very rewarding. You know, again, when it comes from the heart, the things that we do, the community, those who are in our community, those who, in this case, online world, can be drawn to that energy. So
Definitely.
that energy of God, the Spirit of God is just, it'll continue to draw us. So be encouraged. Again, we just want to highlight your business. Do tell the platform audience how they can connect with both of your businesses, either by website or email or whatever information you like to share. Your different
Yes,
platforms.
definitely. Thank you so much, Tammy. The Rosy Resume website can be reached at www.rosyresume.com, and that's ROSYRESUME.com.
Yeah.
Uh, because there is a different Rosy Resume, but it's Rosie as in the name spelled, and that's not me. It's ROSYRESUME.com. And then also Rosy Rocs is www.ROSYROCS.com. There's no K in Rosy Rocks.
Very good. Very good. And do you have any email contact information?
Yes, for Rosy Resume, you can reach me at support, SUPPORT, at rosyresume.com, ROSYRESUME.com.
Okay.
Or for Rosy Rocks, you can reach me at rosyrocks at yahoo.com, ROSYROCS at yahoo.com.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you for coming to the platform to give us a share, to share what you are into and how those who are watching can connect with you. Beautiful handcrafted jewelry. Please do check out her site and information that she has also divulged. She has a resume writing service as well. And those both are needed, of course. One shakes hands with the other. You can present your jewelry, have your jewelry edge at your interview. again, thank you again for just being a part of the community and where we are, St. James Ministries, as well as being a vendor in our Christmas party. We truly enjoyed you, and we pray that God continue to bless you in a marked and special way.
Yes, I look forward to seeing you soon and definitely at the Christmas show this year again.
Okay, very good. Absolutely. We'll see you then.
Thank you so much.
Okay. God
Bye-bye.
bless you. Goodbye.
God bless.